Over the next 3 days, we're going to put to bed the time-old question. What irons should I be using? Should I be using a lovely set of forgiving, powerful, hollow-bodied irons? Should I be using a fairly forgiving set of nice forged CB irons? Or could I maybe delve into the world of gorgeous, stunning blade irons? Well, today we're taking on the infamous back nine here at Woolly Park Golf Club, and we're kicking off with the Haitch Jubilee hollow-bodied irons. We're going to test them for numbers, we're going to test them over a 9-hole spell for scoring, we're going to keep stats of fairways hit and greens in reg, and then tomorrow we're taking on the same with the CBs, and the day after we are of course using those lovely Burley Series Pro blade irons. Which iron should I use? Which iron should you use? Let's find out over the next 3 days here at a rather demanding Woolly Park Golf Club. Okay, so we're going to start this challenge here on the back nine at Woolly Park Golf Club with the Haitch Jubilee irons. These are the hollow-bodied, quite forgiving irons. And I'm quite looking forward to this because what clubs should you use? Should you use blades? Should you use cavity backs? Or should you indeed use a hollow-bodied set of irons? The fact that these Haitch irons do run in at a very affordable price, I think makes this even better because, as you all know on this channel, I love a brand that makes golf more accessible and of course more affordable. And we're using Pro V1s throughout this series. So like I said, 3 lots of the same nine, quite a difficult nine as well here, the back nine at Woolly Park Golf Club. It was easy to potentially do the front nine, but I thought, you know what, people haven't seen the back nine that much and it's quite difficult. So we're going to go yellow tees, so members tees, and you can see here just how much real estate we have to work with this Haitch Jubilee 4 iron. This could potentially get very, very interesting. I've said potentially twice already, but I'm sorry, it's very early. But can we break par with an iron-only hollow-bodied set of irons? Oh, it's a great start. It's a great start. I actually caught that really toey, you know. And the beauty about these irons is you just don't know. So one of the benefits of these irons is, of course, that forgiveness, that maintained ball speed. We're going to talk numbers throughout these 3 videos as well and just see which irons could work best. But we're also going to talk pros and cons because you could say the con there was I had no idea where that came out of until I looked down at the tee peg and I've only just hit the ball. The pros, of course, are it's still gone 200 yards up the fairway. Let's go, Bob. 170 yards left in. So even from the yellow tees, leaving ourselves a bit of a distance in here. Now, what shall we go? I'm going to go 6, I think. Still nice and early. Still in the wrapper, these look. We haven't tested the 6 yet. I love that feeling. Just ripping a wrapper off a brand new club. I'm firing the mouse up. I should have done this already, Bob, really, shouldn't I? But Godspeed. These look so chunky down at the ball. Really, really confidence inspiring. Oh, that's all over it as well. How about birdie in the first hole? Go on. Right, tiny bit short. You can see that's just kicked onto the front edge. Now, obviously, this challenge can come down to how many putts you hole. We're using, of course, the same putter throughout the 3 videos, and we're, of course, kind of just hoping to score as low as we can. So we're going to include stats in this video as well, aren't we, Bobby?
Are we?
Fairways hit, greens hit, maybe even proximity to the flag, who knows?
Wow.
Depends how busy Bobby is at the time, but obviously we'll include number of putts as well, because we can sort of work out what the best irons would be without necessarily it being the lowest score, if that makes much sense. But dewy greens this morning. Go on. Oh, the line was perfect, wasn't it? Just took that break at the end. Greens are absolutely perfect, by the way, here at Woolly Park Golf Club. Hats off to John, Stu, Connor and the boys, because I've never seen it better. Okay guys, just before we get into the bones of this video and we see what we can score with these amazingly priced Haitch clubs, the guys at Haitch have offered to give away a full set of irons of your choice. All you have to do is be a subscriber to this channel, throw a like on this video, comment below what are we going to score with these reasonably priced irons, and go and follow the guys over at Haitch on their Instagram page. There's some fantastic stuff over there, and you can take your pick of which irons you would like out of the Burley Series CB, Burley Series Pro, and of course, hollow-bodied Jubilee irons. Now let's get back to the action and see exactly just how good these irons can really be. Right, I'm going to say there's no better conditions for this challenge either, is there? There's no wind, it's rained overnight heavily. 147 flag, 135 front, and to the flag, nailed on is 138, so that's only just on, isn't it? I'm going to go 9 iron, I think. Now, one of the cons potentially, said it again, Bob, and I'm sorry, but one of the cons you could have is with a hollow-bodied set of irons, that kind of front-to-back dispersion. We'll talk about that throughout this video as we go through the numbers and things like that, and of course ball speed and spin rates and flyers and stuff like that. But is it worth it for the level of forgiveness that you do get from these Haitch Jubilee irons? I'm going to put these in the description below, so if anyone wants to check them out, go and check them out. Pretty much like half the price of a set of TaylorMade Pings, Callaways, PXGs. Very similar to that Tacoma or that Cali or that, I was going to say Haitch model, but it of course is the Haitch model. Right, come on. I want to be nice, Bob, wouldn't it? It does, doesn't it? But my drone footage looks massive. I did the drone footage last night thinking, oh, it'd be great, that's perfect. They're the same. Totally different. Right. At least the flags are the same. Well, I've hit that really good. It's all over it, Bob. Get up. We'll take that, it's a chance. A little bit heavy again. I'm taking the feedback from the divot pattern there. It wasn't the best of strikes, just that touch heavy early in the morning. Now this is one of the areas where if I was using the Burley Series CBs or the Burley Series Pro, I'd maybe go with the kind of the approach wedge or the pitching wedge and chip it, but I feel like if you do go hollow bodied pitching wedge here, it might just come out a little bit fiery. Do we ever go or do we put it? What would Bob do? Would you wedge it? I honestly thought you would put that. I thought you'd be Mr. Conservative. If we're going to be attacking, we'll be attacking. We could have a rule, couldn't we, where you have to use the clubs off the green. Oh. It was attacking, just the wrong line. Par. Okay, so just how far do these Haitch Jubilee irons actually go? How much spin can we generate and what kind of ball speed are we going to see with these hollow-bodied, fairly big, forgiving, progressive irons? So we'll go pitching wedge first. We're just going to hit a couple of shots. Obviously quite a big head here and the swing weight does match that. Straight away you can see how easy that is to launch. Now, just because these are bigger and hollow-bodied doesn't necessarily mean they're going to go much further than a standard set of irons. You can see 7,400 spin, so it's not too low. It could be a lot lower and a lot less controlled, but it's not. Now I think if I flight it down, that will go a little bit further. So we've dropped the spin down there at 6.4. That's going to carry more like 130, which is my pitching wedge number really, 132. Releasing out to 140, so plenty of release out there. We're not hitting into a green here. This is just a driving range fairway. But so far, I think it does look a little bit big, but the person who's going to be looking at buying this really does want that nice big forgiving iron. That was almost off the grooves, by the way. I've hit that out the shiny bit of the toe. It's gone 120 total. So that's not too bad at all. 7,000 spins still. How far can it go if you really put it back in the stance and try and hit it? 8.5 spin that time, so loads of control, obviously more club head speed, more ball speed. It's that 130 carry again, so I don't feel like with this pitching wedge it's necessarily ballooning up into the air. I don't feel like you're losing control over it. I can still play that low shot if I want to, and forgiveness wise, if we've tested by missing the grooves, it's not done bad at all, especially when you put that price tag to it. That felt really good as well. Almost feels a bit more metallic-y, if that makes sense. 120 releasing out to 130 that time. So you're always going to have that element of front to back dispersion with a hollow bodied club like this, especially of this size. But it feels a bit more like, it feels more like the 11 hybrid than a forged pitching wedge, which there's a forged element to it, but it's really not the end of the world at all. Right, 4 iron. It's going to be the case a lot today, 4 iron off the tee. Enjoying this so far. I do feel like when you are thinking about what irons to buy, it's very easy. Of course you'd go for a fitting, but if you are buying direct to consumer, like a lot of these brands are now, to save yourself some money, you can't really do that. I like bringing them out on the golf course and just testing them out and seeing, maybe borrowing some of your friends and working out what does work for you. The beauty about these is obviously those premium component shafts in here, which makes a huge difference for the price. Could do the big one here because it's a long hole, this 12th hole. and that'll do nicely. I certainly feel like there's something in a split set as well, so like this Jubilee iron for me does act a bit more like a driving iron. They do offer a Jubilee driving iron as well, and you almost stand there and you don't have to think about it too much. You don't have to worry about things too much. It just kind of does the job for you. You know what's really annoying me today though, Bob? I've stolen one of my son's little apple juice boxes and I've not even stole the straw. What a waste of time. That is karma, isn't it? Don Simone, you know what this is? This is Lidl. Laura's been to Lidl. Okay, Jubilee hollow-bodied irons. That's one for the stats, Bob. It's another fairway hit. Bless you.
Thank you.
Right, what do we have? 12th hole. Oh, we've got 210 yards in though. 200 front. I think it's just that 6 iron again. I think 5 iron might just go a bit too far. It's downhill, it should run. It has rained last night, but the course will still be firm underfoot. Just a nice, you know what, we'll go middle of the green. It should feed down to that right hand flag with a good one. Bobby said, oh wow, there, how good is that for a shot? That's landed on the green as well. They're absolute powerhouses, these, I must say. Powerhouses. I'm not sure if I could do that with a blade or a CB. I think I'd definitely be hitting 5 iron, and I don't think I'd be that confident just to, again, stand up and hit it. I have this discussion with myself quite a lot. How good do you have to be to use blades or even CBs, and why wouldn't everyone just use a set like this? Maybe it did need a touch more there actually. I mean, from 200 yards, I'm taking that all day long, and it is a putt, it's a green in reg. What's going to have the best stats? It'll be so interesting that to find out. This has to go a long way left to right. Slippery after the hole. Go on then. Go on. Oh. Dew just slowed it down, didn't it? It's a shame. Right, stroke index 1, 400 yards, uphill. Quite a difficult hole. We're going to need a good strike here. Try and get 200 yards up there, maybe have another 4 iron in. But this is the beauty about this test. Can the powerful iron really help us here? Go, go. That's going to be a long way in. Go on. I mean, it's chasing up the fairway, but I've hit big ball behind little ball so far there. Oh dear. It's not done bad. I didn't have, this is going to be like 240 yards on the old Milesy, isn't it? Oh, 203, so it's not done bad, that. Is it the same again? It's got to be, isn't it? Same again, so I don't think there's many holes we'll have to hit this. Par 5 next though, so that'll be a nice one. Do I dare go over that bunker, or do we just go at that flag? There's no point going over the bunker, is there? Anywhere just left of the flag's a good shot, isn't it? Hope for a better strike. That's better. If that chases, that's really good. Go on. I can't see it. It's not on the green. It's a fairway though. It's a fairway. This is where this quite big pitching wedge might bring us unstuck. I'm just going to land it halfway there. It's going to go left to right once it gets on the green. And really, I just want an uphill par putt. That's it. It's not bad, but it's not an uphill par putt, is it? That's the only... I've disgraced myself there with... I've said it's left to right. I played it right, so it's gone further right. And then I've said leave it... Why have you put this 4 foot past? So easy to leave that low as well. We can blame the tee shot though, because that just left us a longer way in than what we really wanted. It's a shame. That's 1 over par with the Jubilees. If we talk 7 iron, I usually think around 165. This, it isn't power lofted. It's plenty of loft on this to help get the ball airborne, which is a little bit of a master stroke from the guys at Haitch. So how far can I hit it? The leading edge almost looks a bit rounded here, like a progressive offset? Offset? Anyway, offset. 5.5 spin. What's that going to carry? Still in there at 150 odd. It's a 162, so if these were power lofted, I think they'd go a very, very long way, but I think you'd struggle to launch them. I think they've actually done a really nice idea here by having that big wide sole, having obviously that hollow body, 5,500 spin, and it's not too much of a beast. I feel like when we're out on the course playing with these, it's not going to catch me out too much. That's gone 175, so maybe I'm eating my own words there because that's gone a long way, but it was a really nice struck shot. Spins dropped at 4.8, so that's one of the things where if you were going to go and spend £1,000 more on a set of irons, such as a set of P790s or a Ping i530, I think it would be, or a Cobra Forge Tech, yes, you might get a bit more consistency there, but then how consistent are you at swinging the golf club? And how consistent are you at striking shots? Like you can see, I've been fairly inconsistent now. I've hit two really good ones there, and that one's gone that 170 number again. So front to back dispersion is always going to be a thing with a hollow bodied set of irons, especially a hollow bodied set of irons that is kind of a bit more on the budget orientation, but certainly having these premium shafts helps with it. If I can just bottle that, we're definitely shooting under par, definitely. Right, upsetting, but we can claw it back. I'm just praying whatever that is over there is not coming our way, because that doesn't look like the land of dreams. So I played the last couple of tee shots off the deck, probably got a bit arrogant with it after a couple of good strikes, so I'm just going to start teeing it up again and just make sure I get the strike. So this is a par 5, but it is only playing 470, but it's downhill, so if we can get one out there, down towards that lone tree, get it round the corner, should be able to get near in too. Oh, I wanted a draw, but it's fine. You see, it's done really well again, and if you come in here, Bob, and look, it sounded good, didn't it? It wasn't a good strike. You can see where it's come out of the toe, but that is the beauty about these kind of more bigger irons. And any brand you are thinking about, be it a more expensive brand, be it a DTC brand like Haitch, like Tacoma, like Cali, they're going to do a job for you because they're going to have that forgiveness element in them. Can we get back to under par or under par? Yeah. Back to par first. Let's not run before we can walk, Bob. Come on. Another fairway hit, Bob. I think we've hit every fairway so far, haven't we? Nice. Yeah. Two missed greens. One of them was, of course, the par 3. And we have 248. 231 front, and it's downhill. What's it playing? It's playing like 210, which isn't the end of the world. Now, do we here hit 4 iron as hard as physically possible and try and get as close as possible, or do we lay up to like 100 yards and then use? I think we all know the answer to that, don't we? 4 iron's getting a proper workout today, and they're always doing these iron only videos, and that's why I like doing this method, because you really test all of them to the full potential. Now the miss here is just right of it, so you've got plenty green to work with on that left flag. The miss here certainly wasn't fat left. James, that is terrible. That is terrible. So I'm going to stop doing, I'm going to stop telling you where the miss is, because I say it and then I do the opposite. Not very clever. That wasn't ideal. We've got 113 in, which, to be honest, if we were going to lay up, would have been what you wanted to lay up with, wouldn't it? Now, this is a proper test for this hollow-bodied pitching wedge, because out of the moist rough to a very tight flag, it's the only par 5 on this 9 as well, so really thinking about trying to claw that bogey back, which I shouldn't be doing, I know. Offset and a bunker left to a left flag. Come on, it's a nice sawn off one. Can we get some control? Oh, it's the perfect line, just don't be long. Just don't be long. Did you see that spin as well? Come on! Come on! I feel very American saying that more than once in a 5-second period. Now that kind of puts to bed a lot of the, you know, the worries about the hollow-bodied short irons. I mean, that's pitched here, obviously took a jump to pin high, and you can see where the dew is, that it's just kind of released all the way back, and that for me is how I want a pitching wedge to work. It's a chance at a birdie after a terrible second shot. I'm not going to say anything. every time I talk. Yeah, if I speak, I'm in trouble, Bob. I'd love to get back to the level here. That looked for the life of it like it was missing, didn't it? What's the dew line look like on that? Because it must like hard at the end. Yeah, that's back to level with the hollow-bodied goodness. Right, another 4-iron, another long hole, and there's a bunker on here that really does come into play, as you can see from this remarkable drone footage that we got yesterday. So we're going to have to aim between the kind of bunker and the lake. All I've got in my head now is lake. That is absolutely perfect. And that's much better. It's a real funny one, you know, because when you're out here playing for a gross score, and I don't do this very often, but it's about keeping the ball in play. And if you can keep the ball in play, I know that it's such the most cliche thing in the world, but it makes such a difference in how confident you actually feel about your game. I love to feel like that with driver, but I just don't think I ever will. Now it's a fairway hit, and it is only just a fairway hit, but it keeps the run alive, and we wouldn't have reached the lake, so I could have probably tried to hit it a bit harder, but if I've tried to hit it harder, it may have gone wrong. The bunker was definitely in play because we've just skirted past it. 176 in. That's a back flag, so it's more like a 180 odd. 7-iron I've got. 7-iron can't physically go long, and I can just have a really good go at it. We should be able to send it right and it feed in. Famous last words. Ball's above feet, so it's going to move left anyway. That's exactly where I wanted it, with a really nice strike as well. Is that kicked in left? Or? Lovely feeling strike, that. Tell you what, Bob, as a man once said, I love it when a plan comes together. Who said that? Oh, did you see it? I saw it, yeah. Who said I love it when a plan comes together? I don't know. Do you know? All the films you've watched. Guys, comment below who said I love it when a plan comes together. That's pitched here. So it has done everything we wanted it to do. It's released. I tell you what, that was bang on line for going in as well. Right edge. Oh, I pushed it. Oh, that's gone hard left because I pushed that. And that's 1 under par. Love it when I plan. I think, who was it now? Okay, so into the 5-iron of this set. So I've gone 5-irons. I think a lot of people using this set maybe wouldn't go 4-iron, they just have a hybrid. So I think anything around that 200 mark is a nice effort. I literally can't strike a 5-iron better than that. That's pitching in the middle of the 0, I think, of the 200. That's pitch 191, releasing out to, can you call that just left? I'm not 100% sure, but 4,700 spin. Good ball speed, good carry distance, felt pretty good. Oh, that wasn't a good hit. It stayed nice and straight. What's that going to carry? It's down, but it's down 175 releasing. It's down 20 yards. I duffed that, to be fair. I think the longer irons look better than the short irons, actually. It's more like a driving iron, this. And you can see I can start to launch that a little bit lower. I've pulled that a bit. So spin's dropped to 3.3. I think here, you look at a club like this and you think this has to be the ultimate forgiving club. Where realistically, a golf club can only be so forgiving anyway, can't it? And if you put, face it, a pretty dreadful swing on something, you look at the difference in that ball flight to the previous one that's 10 yards higher in peak height, no club's really going to help with that. And there you go, there's the good swing again. So if you put a good golf swing on these clubs, that's identical almost to the first shot we hit. It's finished on the 2 again. They're going to perform for you. If you put an okay swing on these clubs, they're going to perform for you. If you put a terrible golf swing on these clubs, nothing's going to perform for you. Right, let's get out there and commence battle. Oh, look at that! Look at that! I've launched that one up in the air, haven't I? Beautiful. Ooh. It was actually the A-team, Hannibal Smith. I was thinking it was, what's it called from the Italian Job? Michael Caine. Michael Caine? Is that even a person?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just said about the Italian job to Bob. He said Jason Statham. That just shows you you're such a millennial. It's scary. You know there was original Italian job. That wasn't the first one. Yeah, 4 iron again. What is it? Another 400 yarder. Downhill though. And a lovely tucked flag behind that massive bunker. Get a good strike away. That's as good as I've got, that. That's really good. And I do feel like I can kind of go after this a bit because I know I've got that element of forgiveness. As long as I don't duff it, but that turf interaction there, you can see where the tee was just here. So it's literally everything I want and more. So the leading edge is doing its job as well, even though it has obviously the really wide sole and loads of bounce here, which does let you off if you fat it occasionally, like I did on the other hole. And it's interesting, so even if you look at the numbers, because obviously it's okay having a mouse or a rangefinder or anything to let you know how far you've got, but unless you know how far the clubs go, these are pretty irrelevant and pretty pointless. So the fact that we've been and done the numbers for all these 3 videos already, and we can compare them a little bit and show you the difference in ball speed or peak height or spin rate or anything like that, of course distance as well. 172 in, that's a long way left in, isn't it? 6 iron. But I don't think the hollow bodied necessarily go a million miles further, which I quite like. I like that because you can split set them. You could maybe get a 4 or 5 iron in these, and then you could go into the CBs for your 6 and 7 and 8, and then you may want, for some wild reason, to have blades in your short irons. So stay tuned for that video because that could be really interesting. I feel like it'll either go really good or really bad. Like there's always going to be a couple of bad ones in there, aren't there? Now, you know where we don't want to go here, Bob? Bunker, yeah. 6 iron. If the bunker wasn't there, I'd probably hit 7. We'll go with 6. That's such an anti-bunker shot, isn't it? Left side of the green. It should be flag high though, so that might just roll in to be quite nice actually. We might have got away with that. Another really good strike. They sound good, don't they? Sound really good. Because I reviewed these just the other week, and I feel like they sound better today than they did when I reviewed them. I don't know if that's just me getting used to the audio feedback of them. A lot of people don't care how clubs sound anyway, but I do. I think if you're buying a golf club at any price, you want them to look good, feel good, perform, sound nice. So far, so good. We're under par, Bob. Under par. Right, that's done quite well actually. That's done well. You're taking that all day, aren't you? Oh, how far past that gone? I thought it was in. I thought it was one of them just smash into the flag and drop in. It's a good par, that. 2 very tough holes to finish on though. Right, I'm pleased with that actually. We had a go at the putt and then obviously we're nice and firm with the one coming back. Right hand side, there's a lake left but there's no water in it. So we're not too worried about that. 410 yards this, with a 4 iron off the tee. So what I like about this is as these holes do get longer, I'm really hit that seagull in the fairway, did you see that? Really trying to go after this, yet still compress it into the ground like we are doing. So still getting a nice low launch, the spin rate's still manageable, but I do feel like I can really attack it and try and swing that a little bit quicker to get maybe an extra 10 yards out, which when you're playing a plus 410 yard hole, could be all the difference with iron off the tee. It's another fairway, Bob, for the record. 208 left in. So that's good, that's gone 200 yards, doesn't it, off the tee, which for a 4 iron on a moist fairway, it's going to be the same club again now. We've really tested, and you know what, I'm petrified. Imagine later on, so in 2 days' time for the videos, instead of hitting this, we're hitting this. Are we going to see a huge difference there when it comes to the scoring element? It will be very, very interesting. Petrified I am. Petrified. This is going to take all we've got. Up the right side. Oh, that's skinny. That's skinny, and that's where these irons really do save you. We're going to have a pitch up there, definitely. It's not quite a putt, I don't think. But we've imagine that strike with that. Find out soon. I'm not overly dissatisfied with that for the strike, to be honest, because I was thinking we can't get there anyway, so I already had this idea of a shot in my head. Pitching wedge, just a low bouncer, front edge, release up, it's got to break right to left. To be able to play that shot with a club that's designed to go like a million miles and get the compression and get the control, I'm really, really impressed with, really pleased with. And this video, we decided to do this video with the Haitch clubs because obviously I wanted to bring them into light for people a bit more. And like I said, I do enjoy the aspect of affordable clubs. I think having these kind of shafts in them helps massively, but being able to play that, yeah, you can hit them in a simulator and hit them 130 yards and you can maybe step on it and go 140 yards, but this is in the dirt, this is the truth, and it can really, really help. Might have gone a little bit past actually. It's perfect, it's not gone past, it's perfect. If I'd have tried that with a Vokey, I bet I'm not getting that close. Par. Right, can we par the last and finish under par with these lovely forgiving Haitch irons? Oh, blimey. We haven't actually mentioned that these irons are from Australia. And Bob, you loved the initial test we did, didn't you? Until Jai said, why are you making that stupid noise? 374. They're all the same yardage of these yellow tees, aren't they? Do we try and go over that bunker? No, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Try and play a big draw. Wow, wow. It's good again. It's really, I don't know why I'm walking forward for, because you don't put divots back on par 4s, do you? But it's really nice. Really nice. And what a way, Bob, to complete 8 out of 8 fairways for those stats for you. I'm impressed with that, to be honest. I mean, it's easy to think that hitting a fairway with an iron's easy, but it's not. 192 left in. It's 4 again, isn't it? 4 again. I'm not looking forward to this with the blades. Right side coming off the lie. It's a low one. Hang on. Oh, that's done. You see that? Little skip. Little skipper. Back edge. Right, it's kind of skirted around the bunker, hasn't it, there? Can we get that little check again? Oh, it just skidded, didn't it? You know, in my head, you know what's a positive thing though? In my head there, I was thinking, hole this in with 2 under. I wasn't thinking about anything else. We have left ourselves a much longer putt for par than what we wanted. Downhill, bit of right to left. Come on, don't give this up. And the funny thing is, this inaugural video of this series should be the one that we didn't really enjoy as much, but I've really, really enjoyed this 9 holes, and that there's no stats for that, there's no odometer for it. It's just a case of, did you enjoy yourself? Yeah. Can you hold this for par? Yeah. Must turn, must turn. Oh, James. Yes, Bob, less pacing it would have turned, but that is a level par round using the Haitch Jubilee hollow bodied irons. Guys, if you enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. Tomorrow we're bringing you the CBs, and the day after we're bringing you the MBs. If you want to check them out, the link's in the description below. Maybe wait to see tomorrow's video and the day after's and see exactly which irons could be the best for you. I'm really looking forward to the CB video. Level par is the score to beat. The Blade video, the Burley Series Pro, you might just want to watch that for entertainment.